Well, very good afternoon, dear students. Good afternoon, each and everyone. So the time is 2:45, and already I gave you also hint that message to you also that around 2:45 we will have live class. Okay. So quickly beyond line, I'll show you the video also. I have downloaded, direct through YouTube. You will see the video also. I'll show you. Okay. After I discuss with you the remaining portion of the summary part, then I'll show you the last scene of Trojan War. Okay, how the city of Troy people, they drag the Trojan, the huge horse, that is called Trojan horse, into their city. That I'll show you the video. Okay, after some time I'll show you the video also, and you will watch it. Now we discussed that three goddesses like Aphrodite, Athena and Hera, they had constant fight among themselves, who should won the golden apple actually. Clear? Then God Zeus, sent them to Paris, a shepherd boy, okay, while looking after sheep and buffaloes. Now Paris will decide who should be given the golden apple. Then all are tempting Paris, to won the golden apple, or like you came to know also that how Hera, that goddess, she offered to grant him political power also, and then a throne, all sorts of power to be bestowed on Paris. If Paris gave her golden apple, who said? Hera. Then next to Hera, Athena came. She offered him wisdom and skill in battle, how to win battle also, lot of skills required for that, and wisdom. Clear? And finally Aphrodite, another goddess, who tempted or who promised Paris the most beautiful woman in the world, that is Helen of Sparta. And all of you know that Helen, she is a married woman. She had already married to the king of Sparta named Menelaus, and Menelaus has gone old, and anyhow Paris was able to abduct her. Both of them have fled away from Sparta, and they have gone to Troy city, and you will see the whole Troy now it will destroy. The whole city of Troy will destroy, because the prophecy will come true, that once upon a time the prophecy was made that one day the child will bring who? The prince Paris of city of Troy. Okay, Paris is the prince. From which place? From Troy side. Okay, so that boy will bring one day ruin to the city of Troy, and it really came true also. I will show you the video also, and you will be very much surprised to know the big wooden horse, how they are dragging into their city, because this is very difficult to enter the huge gate actually, or to overcome that. Okay. Now we came to discuss also that there are other theories also that Zeus, that God actually, the supreme God actually, he started the Trojan War to kill some of the population, especially of demigods, because we came to know that the earth was getting overpopulated. So the God wanted that to have a balance actually. He wanted to kill the people from earth. Okay. That's why he started the Trojan War. It is a belief actually. Okay. Now this one we discussed also that the Trojan War, it can be said to have started shortly after the abduction of Helen. Mainly it started actually, Trojan War, it started immediately after the abduction of Helen. How Sita was abducted by Ravana in Ramayana, you have seen. Okay. Similarly, in Trojan War history, Helen also was abducted by Paris, the prince of Troy. This is because Helen's husband, Menelaus, got his brother Agamemnon to lead a voyage to find her and get her back. Agamemnon, the brother of Menelaus, and Menelaus could not fight. He cannot fight because he has gone very much old. Agamemnon, he is a great warrior, and he was able to get other Greek heroes like Odysseus, Ajax, Nestor, Achilles. I am highlighting this one, he is the most bravest one, among all soldiers, who? Achilles. Remember this. The whole story, it will be revolved around him, Achilles. Remember the name which is highlighted in red color, So, Odysseus, Ajax, Nestor and Achilles, they all joined, okay, on this adventure. They set out their plan actually, okay. So you will be able to understand, I hope, that the story, Then the Trojan War, which was punctuated by battles and skirmishes, lasted for 10 years. The war actually lasted for 10 years, None of the sides, was able to defeat. It went on for 10 years and it finally ended when the Greeks retreated from camp and left behind a large wooden horse outside the gates of Troy. This one you have to remember. The war, it was going on constantly over a period of 10 years, but you see the Greek people, they are so clever that they pretended as if they are retreating from the camp like the defeated soldier. In fact, they are not defeated, remember this. They are pretending to be retreated from the camp and left behind a large wooden horse, outside the gates of Troy. And inside Troy, there were many debates on if they should bring the wooden horse in, including unheeded warnings by Cassandra, Priam's daughter, There is one character named Cassandra, remember this, Priam's daughter. And who is Priam? The king of Troy, Priam. Remember this. The king of Troy, the king of Sparta is Menelaus. Remember the characters in examination. And Priam is the king of Troy, and his daughter, Cassandra, she warned them not to bring the wooden horse inside the Troy city. Lot of debates and discussion it was going on, whether they had to bring the wooden horse which was there outside the gate. Then finally the horse was brought into the city. And you see, my dear students, the wooden horse, it was a plan made by the Odysseus to end the war. There was one clever warrior from Greek side. The name of the warrior is Odysseus. Remember this? He made a plan. The wooden horse, it was a plan actually made by Odysseus to end the war. The wooden horse was designed to be hollow in the middle so that the soldiers could hide inside, and then was built in front of the city of Troy. Several wheels were there. Inside the wooden horse, there was completely, you will find hollow in the middle so that the soldiers can easily hide inside. Now I will show you the video, the same thing, whatever I am reading, the same thing you will see it. After 2 minutes I will show you. After the Trojan horse was left at the gates, the Greeks sailed away from Troy to the island of Tenedos. There is one island named Tenedos, leaving behind one double agent named Sinon. One clever boy was there also from Greek side, Sinon. He was able to convince the Trojan that the Greeks had retreated from the war and that the horse was a parting gift that would ultimately give the Trojans a fortune. one clever boy from Greek side, who also made it very much well planned, you can see also. They made actually a very structured plan, how to enter easily into the city of Troy actually. First of all, they pretended Odysseus took the plan, took the initiative. Then Sinon, also there is another character from Greek side, Sinon, one boy named, you can see here, Sinon. He is very junior. And he was able to convince that the Trojan people, that the Greeks had retreated from the war. He convinced the Trojan people, the city of Troy people, that the Greek people, the Greek fighters, they have already left the place. They are very much afraid. They have already retreated from the war. And this horse, which was left here, it is a parting gift that would ultimately give the Trojans a fortune. Now you see, after that the Trojan people, they will drag the horse into their city, and you see the consequence after that. I will show you the video now. Now you see it very carefully. The sound may not be reaching you, but you see it, the scene. Okay, from the beginning I am playing it. Okay, you see. You see the Trojan horse, which is here, You see the Trojan horse, which was left outside the gate, and how the Trojan people, they are just wondering whether to take this or not. But there is one boy named Sinon, who is convincing. This is the Trojan horse, you see how the Trojan people, they are dragging the horse into their city. How they are dragging it, you see it. And you see the consequence, what will happen, and who are kept inside, who are there inside the horse also, you will see. Because they are thinking that it is a parting gift from Greek side. They are thinking that Greek people already have been defeated, and they have got retreated from battlefield. You see the enjoyment going on inside the city. They all are having a lot of fun and enjoyment, you see. Now night approaches, then what will happen, you see. You see that inside the wooden horse, you see how one by one the people now, they will start, coming out. These are all great warriors, from Greek side. They are just now, because all have gone, asleep. There will be a sound that, people of Troy are going to invite. Now green signal, they are giving, that those who are also outside, now they will enter. The remaining warriors, who are waiting outside, now they are entering also, and you see what will happen. They will burn. The whole city will be burnt. Overnight, you see. So that is all about, okay. So I hope that You understood this, how the soldiers were sheltering inside the horse, wooden horse, and they have taken the horse inside their city, and they have invited death. All the people are killed. They burned the whole city, and they took Helen from there, This is the story. Did you understand? However, once night time, fell, the horse opened up and out came the Greek soldiers. You have seen in the video, from the inside of the city, the Greeks were able to destroy the city of Troy and win the war. And who won the war in Trojan War? The Greek. The Greeks, they won the war actually. It was a trick simply. It was a deliberate plan, pre-plan, you can say also. Because they were getting impatient, because over a period of 10 years the fighting, the war, it was going on. Then they thought of a plan actually. Okay. Then what is there, you see, this is aftermath of the Trojan War, which is illustrated in another great epic poem, that Odyssey. The first one, whatever the war you came to know, this was depicted in the poem Iliad by Homer, the great epic poet, and in Odyssey, another great epic poem, the aftermath of the Trojan War, what happened after the Trojan War, that are depicted actually. Clear? So I hope that you all understood it very well. So any doubt, any query, you can ask me. Tomorrow I will just share with you the question answer part. Okay, I will just send you some questions that you have to solve. You read the story, and I suggested you also to go with the movie also. You can watch the movie. This is all about. If you once watch the movie, Hollywood movie, the Troy. There is one Hollywood movie. All of you might know it. The Troy. If you watch it also, then you will get to know what is all. Whatever you have, text, everything it is given. So dear students, then let me wind it up right now, okay? And tomorrow again we'll be discussing, the question answer part, or we might discuss some grammar, writing part tomorrow, okay? Writing we'll discuss, So, Jitan, you watch the movie, it is a very good movie, okay? Watch it, and you will get to know also a lot of things, or some historical movie play you just go through also. Because sometimes if simple comedy films, if you are watching, then you won't be able to get anything also to learn. So some documentary also you watch, and some story you read, where you have to apply, your brain also. Sometimes if we feel very much relaxed, after enjoying some comedy or some casual movies, okay. But sometimes we feel very much bored, while watching, some documentary also, because it takes time to understand. Did you understand? So please watch it, and you will be able to understand the last lesson very, very properly, very much clearly you will be able to understand. So thank you very much, dear students, for coming online, okay, and hope that you all are studying well at home, and don't be, lenient in between, because next exam is approaching also in the month of I think March or April, so might be February end also. So don't be so much lenient, be hardworking and attend live classes, so that you will be able to understand. Thank you very much.